So this is how our adventure is currently going. As you can see, I have a little bit of a leak going on. I do not want to burn up my Syncro transmission, so I'm going to fix it. I am in the parking lot of Cabelas, and a friend of mine, Owen, thankfully ran me around and helped me get all the stuff I needed to replace the seal. So now I'm going to climb under here and fix my leaky CV axle seal. So I'll take you along for the adventure here. I don't know if I told you how much I don't miss working on my van, but that's part of owning a Volkswagen. Get to work on them. Feeling oil is gonna pour out of this. So far so good, they all broke loose. That's why I don't like working on my van. I get dirt in my eyes. Luckily it's pretty clean. That 80-mile-an-hour wind's not helping. I got lucky on this one. This could have been a very expensive transmission or transaxle replace. Thankfully I saw it leaking before I drove it like I was gonna go. The seagulls are noisy. I didn't know that my 3/8 ratchet's at home, so I'll make sure I put that back in the toolbox. I must have been pre-gaming because I just literally ordered these 12-point bits from Go SD maybe 2 months ago just to have them, just in case. Now I'm glad I did, because this would have been impossible. Definitely not the content I was hoping to be making currently. I had a pretty fun adventure plan, so hopefully we'll get back to that tomorrow. Till then, we're gonna have some fun changing some parts here. Ironically, the reason I had stopped was I wanted to get some hand cleaner, because I found that my passenger side front inner CV boot was slinging a little grease. So I'd got grease all over my hands and had decided to stop at a parts store on the south end of Anchorage to get some hand cleaner, and when I walked back out I noticed it was leaking, and this van never leaks. So I crawled under and looked, and then I realized I had a problem. So thankfully the local Volkswagen shop had the seals in stock. They weren't cheap, but the alternative was having to ship them from out of state, which could have been a week or two before I got them. So I will not complain about the price. And I'm also glad I'm not doing this on a gravel road in the middle of nowhere with no access to any parts or anything. Okay, let's hope that doesn't leak. Look it just a little closer just in case. Although it may not have a whole lot of slippery stuff left in it. Oh, it's got lots of grease. Clean that out and get behind it. Where'd the rag go? There it is. Just changed the oil the other day, so
kind of prepping for this trip. Yeah, that's nice. One thing I didn't get that I should have got, and I thought about a little late, was I should have got some brake cleaner so I can clean all these up. It is 5 p.m. Or what time is it? 5:12 p.m. So I got a couple hours if I need parts still or tools or anything. I think I got everything I need though. Just gotta figure out how all these parts come apart. Life will be good. This was just serviced right before I bought it. They had the transmission out and serviced all these parts, so for it to fail this soon, hopefully it's just the seal and not the bearing. I won't know for a few though. Everything feels tight. So I'll shut you off for a minute. I'm gonna I gotta drop this, but right now I'm trying to get the shift linkage removed so I can see if I can get the drain plug out, or the fill plug, before I drain all the fluid out here and then realize that I can't get the plug out. Except I put all my tools away when I went in Cabelas to see if they had any brake clean or anything like that to assist with this process, but they don't. Laying in just the perfect spot that every time the wind blows and I bump the dirt, it comes right in my eyes. So we're having a good time so far. That, since I've never done this before, this is all foreign to me. I'm getting to learn how to do it on the fly, and thank goodness for YouTube and Owen being a phone call away. That's made things a lot less abusive. Way bigger than that. We got both sides of it. Not to make too big of a mess here. Naturally. I've been underneath this fan and out of it a bunch of times. 14, that's the one. How come when you have grease on your hands, first thing that itches is your nose? I think that's just part of the abuse. What was that? And where did it go? Oh, it's a rock. Okay. We don't need that. I love my projects. They always turn into multiple hour projects. Oh, that's not very conveniently located. There's all the dirt though. It's conveniently located. I think this is the part where we're officially having fun. Even though I forgot to start that part. Alright, we're gonna have to do some more research. We'll be back. Having fun or something. So I've got half the Syncro tour apart. And here we go. I'll show you. I'll figure out where I hit it now. There it is. So this is the plug tool I have to get up here now that I've got this out of the way, but the problem is it doesn't fit between the exhaust and the plug. So yeah, and I don't dare try to take these exhaust bolts off because I will snap them guaranteed. So my buddy Owen is looking to see if he has just a hex that we can put on an end wrench and pull it out that way. Otherwise, I'm going to put this all back together, which won't be any fun, and then I get to take it to a shop in the morning, which I'm sure that'll be cheap. Rumor has it's like $260 an hour. I hope not, but yeah, that's kind of where we're at the moment. So we're on a pause. But I did get, as you can see, I got all this stuff all taken down and loosened up, and then I realized that the plug wrench thingy that I have won't fit in there. I did get the fill plug loosened up though, so
that did come out. I've read horror stories online while I was doing more research that some people can't even get them to break loose with breaker bars, so I was lucky in that area. Oops, sorry about that. Threw dirt on you. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at the moment. Kind of in a holding pattern, so I'll see what Owen says. He might have just the hex part, and we can slide the hex part in, and then you just get an end wrench on it and break it loose. Once it's broke loose, it comes right out, but it's getting it broke loose. Or I take the chance and pop the side cover off and take a complete gear axle bath, and then once I get it all reassembled, just take it in and have them change the gear oil for me. But so as you can see, I have everything removed. Not quite sure how to get this cap out yet. Owen's on his way. He's bringing me a tool that'll fit in here, which would be nice. And I will ask him how to remove this, because I haven't figured that one out yet. I don't want to destroy anything, but I know this has to come off to get to the seal that's behind it that's out. And then, while I've got this one done, I'm going to go ahead and do the other side also, but I'll wait till he shows me how to do this one before I tear into that one. I did get the fill plug broke loose, so I know that'll work. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of bolts down here that are in not very conveniently located places that are not very easy to get to, but as anybody that has a Syncro knows, that's part of the fun, I guess. So I'm learning a lot. Definitely a lift would be nice. Thankfully, Owen had ramps that I could borrow, so I borrowed his ramps, and this has made getting under here a lot easier for me, because I'm a big guy, so I don't fit in a lot of tight spots very well. Yeah, definitely a different perspective. And then I also found, oops, get my tripod out of the way, that my valve cover on this side is rusting away. This one looks good, but this one, the whole lower lip is gone, so that's concerning. I will be replacing that as soon as feasibly possible, maybe even tomorrow if I can. So yeah, good times. But luckily I get to see these things while I'm under here looking at everything. This is the first time I've actually been under this part. I've changed the oil plenty of times, but actually being able to see all where everything is, like the fuel tank. I had no idea where the fuel tank, how it fit in here over the transmission, but now that I know, that won't be any fun. So we won't be looking forward to putting new seals in that when I get to that point. Hopefully when I do the engine swap, I'll take the transmission out anyways, so at that point that's when I'm planning on doing the gas tank reseal and all that stuff, and then I'll have to put a return line in and all the fun stuff. But my fuel lines look good, surprisingly, but I think they were all just replaced here not too long ago. I know the original owner, she meticulously took care of this and had it at the shop all the time, so pretty grateful for her maintenance habits. She did a really good job, other than the seam rust that was, I guess, inevitable in a Syncro, or any Vanagon for that matter. But yeah, learning a lot, having not really as much fun as I thought I was going to be having as far as an adventure, but I guess this is another adventure. So
really happy in the position they're in. Sometimes.
Say hi to the camera, Owen.
Hey!
Owen's helping because I couldn't figure it out. And he's got it a lot farther than I had it in a matter of a couple minutes.
Well, we'll see how far we get.
What do you need? We just can't get that side cover off. We got the circlip out and the spacer that was in there, but now
It's just grabbing the splines really hard. Why is it doing that?
of course we don't have enough tools.
Cabelas parking lot. It rarely has all the tools you want.
Yeah, I went in earlier looking for some brake clean or anything.
Yeah.
They didn't have anything. No WD-40 or nothing.
Oh.
Yeah,
I can probably against that. The only thing I can probably against is this, really. Or yeah. Try and pry on a different spot, see if we can block it off.
Yeah, definitely.
No budge.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh.
No, I saw it move.
Yeah, I felt it.
It was just in love with itself.
It'll come now.
That was the right idea for sure.
It'll come off.
It might have welded itself on with a little goo from the back. A little extra slinging of oil.
So sometimes these parts get real happy in their position.
Just don't fling it in
Hey,
into
there
your
we go.
face.
Now it's coming now.
I think you're gonna get it.
Yeah, that's...
Had to use a little bit of finesse with a bigger hammer.
Well,
I definitely have a list of tools that are going in the van when I get home.
You want to stick your hand up there just in case it goes, pops off at me?
Sure will.
Oh, come on now. Give me a second.
There it goes.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There you got it.
There it's out.
That's it.
Woohoo! Look at that. Owen did it.
Ooh, this is a nice groove in there. That's what happened. That seal ate a groove.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Now let's see if we got some emery paper and see if we can clean that up a little bit, because that's catching the nail. Great.
That's weird. Is that the shaft you were talking about?
Yeah, that's and that feels good. I don't feel any slop on it. I think if the failure is that it
Got some grit in it.
well, yeah, there's something, but it wore a groove, which is then the seal isn't sitting on the face.
Right.
It caught in there. But yeah, next is this guy comes off. Let's see what's behind that. Okay. So yeah, big Phillips. Oh, let's get it. I'll get out of your way. Oh.
That was a good way to fall into.
I've done that so many times. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, right under that.
First.
That's where I've been half the night.
But that's a big success.
Yeah. What is that? Allen wrench or is those Phillips?
Huh?
Are these Phillips or Allen wrenches?
It should be Phillips, I think. Right?
Oh, they're just bigger than my number 2.
Yeah, it's again that's
a number
4, but we had one, didn't we? Yeah. Oh, that's the back of this one, right? In the hidden part.
Give that a swirl.
Note to self, get a number 3 Phillips.
I think this one's too big.
Oh, what? Here, we just need to pick the goo out of them.
Maybe.
Here. Yeah, they're full of goo.
Big. It's just a little loose. It's a
Number 2.5? Well, that's what we got on there. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Three is the That's the one. Oh, Jesus. That's gonna be fun.
I need to put it on a ratchet.
Probably. Here. Here's your.
Got that one.
It's a Ford.
That sounds bad.
He's lucky that thing was a stick shift.
No kidding. My understanding is this plastic piece is just there to hold the adjuster nut for the bearing. Sort of like they hold it in place.
Yeah, I know that one that you sent me, that link. That guy's was tore up from the floor up. I was like,
yeah.
Oof. Mine are like that, but these look pretty new. I mean, the other side looks almost brand new, other than this one's got oil slung all over it.
Yeah. Well, this has clearly been leaking for a while. As much road grime is stuck in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is not ideal.
Okay, so that one goes on this side. Out it comes. Okay, that's off. And where did I hide these?
Yeah, it's moving.
I got no shoulder strength.
Yeah, when you yank on it.
A couple of shoulder surgeries does not help your strength.
You want me to yank on it?
If you want to. Yeah. You probably got more power than I do.
Moving.
Did you? How did you feel wiggle?
Yeah, I want this. I mean, see really good. You're pulling on it. Oh. Maybe that's what I saw with it.
Maybe I hooked the steel back.
Oh, shit, this puller's just falling apart. Talk shit about your tools, but that puller's junk.
Yeah, it's Kmart special, I'm sure.
Not too far away. Yeah, because it just it's just pulled right over. Yeah, that's
I'll make sure I don't order that one again. That'd be alright. I'll just go over and real quick.
We'll settle up later. Okay.
Brake cleaner?
Yes.
Yeah, that should be good. Brake cleaner and another one of those things.
Yeah, see if I can find one that's got like all one piece. Not that cheap hot metal. Yeah.
Alright, Owen's going to get some parts, so, or new tool since mine sucked. And while he's gone, I'm going to clean up some more parts. That's the aftermath of mine, and he's bent his pretty good already.
Well,
But that seal is not wanting to come out.
we're in far enough, it'll come out one way or the other.
And hopefully with all the skin still intact on your fingers.
Yeah.
We're not looking in too deep, are we? We're just getting the bearing too?
No, because I started to, you can see here, I started to actually puncture the
Oh yeah, on the edge
face
of
of
the
the
seal.
seal. So I'm trying to just relieve some pressure by folding that in if I can. There.
It's not like the
Trying not to damage the
the base.
bore of where the seal goes.
Like everything, can't be easy. Nothing's ever easy for me.
Certainly not with these vans. Hey, it's moving.
Yeah, I saw it move that time. Let me get this together.
It's gonna come.
It was just in there really good.
Yep.
There it goes. All right, sweet. Yeah, I don't think I have enough strength to do what you're doing right now.
There it goes.
Dang.
I only lost a little skin.
Okay. A little bit's better than none. That, I don't think she gave us the right bearing
The seal?
though. The seal.
Oh no.
That's not even close to the one I
That's
have.
not even close. You're right. I wonder if she'd give you front end stuff.
Maybe.
Because she did say it was synchro specific. Right?
Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
Well, let's hit the Googler and see what anybody's got. Whew.
Yeah, because these are considerably larger.
Okay.
Why was it coming out so easy?
It is 10:07 p.m. and as you can see, the Vanagon is still in the air. Not to any fault of my own. I was given the wrong seals. I think they gave me the front seals and not the rear, so I was unable to get her put back together today. So hopefully, I'm only a half mile from the shop, that I will be able to get them. So this is the seal that was taken out. Yeah, it's damaged due to me taking it out, or actually Owen took it out, but this is the one that I was removed, and these are the ones they gave me. As you can see, there's a small difference. So I'll return these tomorrow and get the new ones. Hopefully they've got them in stock. Otherwise, I'm going to be camping on jack stands for a few days, and that's not going to be real comfortable. But anyhow, it's a beautiful day to camp out, I guess. It's going to be interesting sleeping on an incline, because I don't dare try to take it off of there. I'll never get it back up there. So I will be sleeping at this really non-convenient angle. Good morning. It is at 7:30 in the morning. I left Cabelas a couple minutes ago and I'm on foot. We are headed down here to get hopefully the correct parts. They open at 8. It's going to take me about a half hour to get there. So, welcome to walking through the middle of nowhere, Anchorage. We're almost there. We're only a little over a block away. So far been uneventful. It's 7:40 now, so that's not too bad a time. I've been hoofing it pretty good. Can definitely tell you my knee's not real happy, but yeah, that's part of the fun of life, right? As you get older, those old aches and pains come back to haunt you. This is kind of the backside of Anchorage. Okay, we are back on the walk. We have the correct part with us, or correct parts, I should say. And now we're off to the races. Another mile back to where the vans tore apart, and we'll get back to work on putting it back together. So minor things happen. Apparently the parts were in the wrong box, so I got the incorrect parts yesterday. Not a big deal, it happens. Just a minor setback is all. We'll call that a minor setback. We'll get the new one installed and should be back on the road hopefully in a few hours. If not, it'll be an all-day project, because usually my 30-minute jobs turn into 4 or 5 hour jobs. But we'll bring you along. Walked down to the parts store and I got a seal press so I could get the seal pressed in correctly. And now I'm almost back, about 2 blocks, but my knee is really upset. So we're just hiking along here, or limping along I should say. Good times. There's the Vanagon way over there in the distance. Luckily, it's just going to be a nice hot day, so I'll get to lay underneath and sweat. But at least I finally got all the parts, or at least I hope I do. Get this thing put back together so I can get back on the road. This is kind of hampering my travel plans, but that's okay. Whatever. We'll get it back up and running and we'll be back on the highway. See if we can get this seal in without messing it up. I've already lost my tools. Damn, we're off to a good start. Nice. So far, so good. I think that's all she wrote, folks. Looks like it's seated all the way. Nice. All right. Well, that was less painful than I was hoping so far. Luckily, this transmission was taken out and completely serviced before I bought the Vanagon, so somewhere I'm leaking, I think it's antifreeze, so I'm gonna have to get up there and take a look-ski. That's definitely not transmission fluid. Get off my butt here and get this thing put back together. big enough mess to clean up. And I did lube the seal before I put it in, so it did not go in dry. It went in with a little lube, and I'll lube the output shaft when I put it back on. Those seagulls are noisy. I think they're having their little rookery thing. Click, click. Click, click. Yep, those are torqued properly. Okay, I can see this is gonna take some swearing, so we might shut the camera off for a minute so you don't have to hear that. That's not gonna be fun, I can already see. I don't want to bore you with more of me just sitting here fussing. Well, hip hop circlip pliers worked fantastic. That thing snapped right on there, snapped right in the groove. Everything's buttoned up. So now I just need to put the outer cap on and RTV it in. Start putting this thing back together. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side since I've got it all tore apart. And I have everything here to do it. That didn't take too long. The only thing that scares me is watching Owen last night get the old seal out. Did not look very much fun. I don't have enough arm strength in my shoulder anymore to really yard on it like he was, so I'm gonna have to use a lot of swear words, I'm sure. But pretty stoked so far. Everything's going back together pretty good, except I just realized I hope those poles all line up like they're supposed to. It looks like they're going to. Otherwise, that wouldn't be any fun. Brand new seal. Right in like it's supposed to. Nice. So far, so good. Let me get the RTV out and paint her up. Like it did when I pulled it apart. Give you a little bit of a peek. That's what it looks like up in there. Things all sealed back in. Well, we'll go to putting stuff back up there. I'm gonna crawl out and take a break real quick, and then I'll get back under here and finish up. Alright, we're back at it here. Put you back down here, hopefully you can see. Further before I started with the ratchet. I will torque these when I get back down to my main toolbox, since I don't have a torque wrench with me, but this will get me back on the road, which is all I'm trying to do at this point. Very grateful for all Owen's help and advice, and he definitely saved my bacon yesterday by running me around town and helping me get all the parts and tools and everything else.
I'd like to know where that antifreeze is dripping out of. I know about every 1,000 miles or so I gotta add a little bit, not much, but a little bit. Now where did I hide the ratchet? There it is. Click, click. Yeah, that's torqued good enough for now. Let's get the other one on the top, and then I can get to these easier ones. I'm pretty sure I've ate all the dirt off the bottom of this between yesterday and today already. Click, click. Alright, let's get this one. Click, click. Click, click. I did notice that this CV does not have a clip on the outside here, or a clamp, so I'm gonna have to track those down or get around to ordering a new set for the rear and a new set for the front. I'll probably get the 930s since I'm gonna TDI swap at some point. I don't have to worry about snapping axles all the time. Alright, that's looking good. So now the real question. Do we attack the other side and potentially spend another night here? Because that was not comfortable sleeping at a nice incline from being on the stands. I kept sliding off the bed, but I did make it. I did get some sleep, only about 4 hours, but that was good enough. And walk all over downtown Anchorage today to get all the stuff that I needed that I didn't get yesterday. But as you can see, we're at least put back together on this side. Now the real question is, the other side does not appear to be leaking at all. Do we mess with it and potentially cause a leak, or do we just roll with it until we can get back down to real tools? And I mean, this is not the most ideal situation, but it worked. Well, looks like we got everything put back together. We got everything snug back up. Now I just gotta finish assembling the rest of this stuff down here. I'm not gonna do the other side today. It's not leaking, so I'm not gonna mess with it until I get closer to home base. At least that way I'll be able to put this back together, and then I'll have a spare in case I have an issue on the way home. And then yeah, so we're wrapping up here. I got probably about an hour of putting stuff back in, putting the bars back in, tightening everything back down, just make sure everything's where it's supposed to be, hooking the shifter linkage back up and tightening it back down, and then we should be able to get back on the road. Oh, I got to put fluid in before I do all that, so it's much easier to get to right now that I've got everything taken out. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the tranny top back off, and we'll go from there. Anyhow, life is good. Okay, quick update. I have got it off the stands. I'm gonna go ahead and top off the gear oil, make sure it's full now that it's on relatively flat ground. I'm gonna clean that mess up right there, and then I will be on the road. This is a couple from Argentina out road tripping in a Brazilian combi. Pretty cool. Met these nice people earlier. I figured I'd get a picture and a video with these
two vans together. I got mine back on the road, thankfully. Now I gotta go figure out where my antifreeze leak is. Anyhow, safe travels to you guys.